quick introduction. My name is Tom Müller and I'm a set designer at Walt Disney Imagineering Paris. Do we all know what Walt Disney Imagineering is? I believe you do. That's nice. So, I'm part of the hotels team, and what we do, we reinvent the hotels. So, you're very familiar with Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel that we unveiled and opened 2.5 years ago. And obviously, today we're here to talk about Disneyland Hotel. We also, the team I work with, we also maintain and update all the other existing hotels at Disneyland Paris. And when it comes up to the things I worked on directly in this hotel, I'm the one that's very involved whenever you see a representation of a character or a piece of art or some pattern on the floor. Whenever there's like some storytelling involved, a statue, I'm usually the person to go to. So we've got a culture. Disneyland Hotel at Disneyland Paris. You're all very familiar with it. It is this iconic building right up at the entrance of Disneyland Park. And you're the one. There it is. Yes, I do have a microphone and I'm very excited because I'm just challenging my inner pop star attitudes with it. I requested for this. I was supposed to get like the golden one and I was like, no. I'm more Britney than Celine. So, yeah, be used to this. It's going to be like this for 1 hour. So interestingly, back to Disneyland Hotel. You haven't missed much, don't worry. So, you know this iconic building that is one of the first elements and statements that our guests get to discover when they arrive at Disneyland Paris. It's highly Instagrammable. We were very ahead of our time back in 1992 when we created this statement. So, when it comes up to the outside of the hotel, you've certainly noticed that we haven't changed anything, or at least visually, about it, because it is so deeply rooted between the arrival experience and the storytelling of Main Street that I'm pretty sure that you are all familiar about. So when it comes up to this big Victorian house, big Victorian building, we decided to keep the shell and just replace the pearl that is inside. This is really nice to say, isn't it? I just came up with it in French this morning, so I just incorporated it in it. So we refreshed all the outside, brand new rooftops, but when it comes up to the inside, these big renovations are way more than just a coat of paint, brand new carpet flooring. We strip everything back to concrete, right? We keep what we want to keep, we use it, upcycle it, but it's a complete reconstruction of the hotel from the inside. We keep the concrete structure and play with it. So, back to the topic of the day. You must wonder why we decided to go with a royal overlay within this gorgeous house. The answer is very simple. Most of the guests, when they arrive at Disneyland Paris, they directly associate the shell, Disneyland Hotel, to a castle. So it completely made sense. We brainstormed a lot and we were like, it's just the best match that we can do, transform this hotel into a whimsical castle from the inside. We've got the spaces to play with, why shouldn't we? And then when it came up to brainstorming on royalty, we were like, what does royalty mean in the wonderful world of Disney, right? So if I said to you, name me a royal story.
Like
Sleeping Beauty, exactly. Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast,
Tangled.
yes,
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid, Cendrillon, and interestingly, Cinderella as well. And interestingly, you've just named iconic story with iconic Disney princesses. And the question that we asked ourselves was like, what does royalty mean? Come on, we've got 100 of stories, 100 years of storytelling to play with. And we're like, hold on, Alice in Wonderland, well, Queen of Hearts, she's a royal character. Atlantis, yes. It is a royal story. You've got a kingdom, you've got a king, you've got a princess. Emperor's New Groove is another example. Wreck-It Ralph, well, Vanellope's technically a princess as well, and we've got a kingdom in King Sugar. And this is us, a couple of examples. It's right in the stone as well, obviously, which is the origins of King Arthur. And interestingly, we soon realized that way beyond the iconic Disney princesses, there is an element of royalty, literally for everybody, and that could appeal to everybody. And this is where we decided to really open our minds and just like make the most of them, of this very exciting playground. So, design-wise, back to the castle. Every location that we're going to go in Disneyland Hotel is associated to a room that could exist in a real castle. So, because Disneyland Hotel, we want it to be this iconic journey through time and through culture and that orders to honor the most iconic Disney stories, we decided that the lobby, because we've got ceiling heights as well, the best match would be a grand library, as you can see. And this is also the kickstart to the design story that we're going to tell. So you're going to find loads of, let's just walk a little bit. And so the idea is that Disneyland Hotel is not, the story is not back in like the 1800s or 1700s. No, it really is a current story that we want you to read with loads of different styles and references. Also, it is, you're all familiar with it, it is a big building, it is a very impressive building, and just like most of the stories and all those characters, we realize that there's a warmth to those characters, and there's like, an appeal to it. And the idea for us is to create a whimsical home away from home, somewhere where you just like, when you step foot in Disneyland Hotel, we want the guests to feel very comfortable and at home, and which is why we decided to warm up the color palette. Use very warm material, cozy material, and very powdered colors with hints of pinks and woods and ivories and golds. So it has to feel very elegant yet very comfortable. And you've probably seen that real big statement that is above our heads. And we worked with the best craftspeople to create this unique chandelier. Like to us, it really is the heart of the hotel. It is the heart of the magic. This is where the magic comes from. So because we are at Disneyland Paris, you're going to see Sleeping Beauty's castle over here with an array of stars and magic that just twirls around it in lots of different ways with a light program that makes the whole thing feel organic and alive. So it really is a statement piece. For the fun facts, it is 6 meters high, 4 meters diameter here, and you can see that it spreads all the way upstairs, and it's about 11 meters, and we have 12,000 individual hand-blown components hanging from the ceiling. I'm standing here in front of you because we do have the fun part, but it takes a lot of people to make something like this and overall a big hotel like this happen. And I'm always thinking about them, but this is not just, let's just like hang a chandelier there. No, you need to reinforce the ceilings and just go with proper metal structures in order to make this happen. And this is what this hotel is all about. It's about teamwork with all our partners at Disneyland Paris and around Disney around the world as well. Also, one more little detail. You can see that this is a reception, and each counter has like engraved castles from loads of different countries. And we have obviously kingdoms from France, Germany, Agrabah, imaginary kingdoms. And as you can see, we have an array of display cases. There are 15 of them all around the lobby. We created them exclusively with our friends at Walt Disney Animation Studios. And the main idea, and I'm delighted because I've seen some feedback on the internet, and so everybody got the vision, which I'm very excited about. The main inspiration was to have like a representation of a pop-up book. But instead of having a pop-up book where the stories step out of the book, we wanted the pop-up book, we wanted the viewer to step inside the storybook, and so to be absorbed by the storybook. And this is where the reference to the multiplaying camera that a lot of you probably got came into consideration, and it was a lovely way as well for us to celebrate in the library the works of Walt Disney Animation Studios, and a little bit less literal in a way, to just put like an open book, because at the end of the day, an animated feature not only is a work of art, but it is a way to tell the story, so why wouldn't you put that in the library? And this is it for the journey so far in the lobby. Just a quick note on this artwork as well. We decided on the stories and the characters that we would represent based on different spirits. So we've got the spirits of adventure, for example, and courage. So you have Prince Philip fighting Maleficent over here. We have the spirit of friendship, which is mostly on the ground floor with the connection, for example, with Merlin and Arthur, Pocahontas and Grandmother Willow. And also we have the spirit of dreaming. We can see the Little Mermaid over here, which is part of the world, and a lot of extra ones. But let you venture around and just appreciate these pieces, dimensional pieces. What's really lovely about these is that there's a great array of story that are represented. And not to forget that once again the idea was just that there is something for everyone, something, for example, for every generation as well, because we cover stories all the way from Snow White to back in 1937 to Wish in the Hotel of Salici. So it is super fun. So I told you that we seeked inspiration into elements that exist in the real world and the real castle world, and especially the French castle culture. Dramatic royal blue ceilings with fleur-de-lis really is a statement, and we had to do this over here in the gorgeous rotunda. I hope you enjoy this as much as we do. It truly is a statement. And what we did and what we wanted to do here was to but because it just felt like a little bit flatter than what it looks like now. So what we've done is that we worked with that warm color scheme I was telling you about, and really pushed your eye and tricked the eye so that it feels like the rotunda is more vertical than what it was before. So we elevated with those lighting elements that also give a contemporary twist to the rotunda, just to feel it more dramatic and highlight the means so that it feels also that you're staying under a crown. Talking about crowns, ta-da! We try to incorporate even down, and interestingly, various references from all around the world, not only just France, obviously, but you see those mirrors over here, they are really inspired by the Venetian mirrors, so it really is an inspiration from Italy. The inspiration for the Royal Banquet restaurants are these great reception halls that you can have in castles. If you're familiar with the Château de Chantilly, it really is a big inspiration for anything we've done in this place, with all those portraits everywhere. And you know for well, you're very familiar with these characters. Every room is celebrating a different aspect of royalty. So the first room over there, hopefully you had a chance to have a sneak peek in there previously. We call it the prologue room, and it's the origins of the royal characters. So you're going to find references to Sleeping Beauty, Moana, Atlantis, yay! And the Frozen, and that you know what? This is a very exciting one. The Frozen portrait of Agnar and Iduna when they were young is actually inspired by a scene that was deleted from the animated feature, and that the studios got to share it with us so that we can seek inspiration with it. So what's fantastic is that we can unveil some parts of history that have never been seen or shared before through art, and that's really, really special to us. Also, this is the antechamber, where you can see the villains at their finest, and this is the villains with a fun twist. They're all smiling because this is the villains as they would see themselves. because you know for well that they're not just bad, they're just drawn that way. Did you get
No,
the
no,
reference?
they are bad.
Thank you. That wasn't from a royal movie, but hey, I was just challenging my inner Jessica Rabbit. You and this is so much fun. We're like, oh, we want this dramatic portrait of like Snow White's queen overlooking at Prince John, and you know, with a bit of attitude, be like, are you serious? And this is really the intent that, you know, this artwork, they really have a specific place. And I'm ever so proud of having King Magnifico already in the restaurant, and we had the chance to create these pieces of art as the movie was being developed. So this piece of art has had loads of different versions and iterations all the way, you know, down to the movie's release, which is super exciting. You've probably seen the Chef's Banquet as well,
Yeah.
with potentially my favorite artwork with the fairies, Sleeping Beauty's fairies masterpiece cake. And we also have the carousel room that celebrates the Disney horses, the Chateau Versailles. So here we are, specific setting, specific time period. You most likely know that the Galerie des Glaces of Versailles also happened to have inspired the ballroom from Disney's Beauty and the Beast back in 1991, or actually earlier than that when they were developing it. But this restaurant really is a celebration of Beauty and the Beast. This is not an invitation in the Beast Castle, not at all. It really is a celebration of Versailles, an experience where we celebrate Beauty and the Beast. So you can find some elements like those blue drapes that feel very reminiscent from the movie. Obviously, some designs that feel very classical. The chairs and the drapes, the golden patterns are very, very inspired by Belle's dress. Relying on the word that the light was like severe, so that you're not lighting the lower. And also, we have a character from Beauty and the Beast. So we have a bureau design that some of them may have seen, which is the superior bedrooms. And we have another design just like this one that you're going to find in the deluxe bedrooms and in the Castle Club bedrooms. What we wanted to do in this experience, once again, remember that feeling of warmth, feeling comfortable, cozy, yet in a royal environment. This is exactly what this is about, right? So you still have this powdered color palette, and you have more more exclusive artwork that was created in collaboration with the best artists and Walt Disney Animation Studios. So this is not a Raya inspired bedroom. The bedrooms are celebrating a wide array of stories. So you know, it's a misconception to say, oh, I've got a Moana bedroom because there's Moana artwork. No, these bedrooms are like, it's an open book with loads of different fairy tale in them, which is why you're going to find loads of icons in the carpet flooring. Yes, you have like Snow White's apple. Can you spot some other ones?
The Cendrillon, the
Sure.
shoe from Cinderella,
Yeah.
lamp. Yeah.
Genie's lamp. There's also a rose,
Rose,
just like
yeah.
Beauty and the Beast. And you know that, and I'm looking at this phone over here, and I'm like, what is it doing here? No, but we know, you know that we like to incorporate every technical elements. We're still in a hotel, so you still need to have your telephone, so that's a joke. But whenever we can incorporate anything that is technical and a little bit of story within, you know, built-in units, we do this. So the TVs are incorporated behind these mirrors over here. And I absolutely, thank you, love this box, and we have that literally everywhere. That hides, it's kind of like a, you know, like a jewel box, your little secret box, that hides all your coffee supplies and amenities. And to make you feel even more at home, ta-da! There's everything you need. So it's really, really nice. You've probably noticed the gorgeous Rapunzel mirror as well. It's one of these elements, you know, like, it started off with a sketch, and then it's been like hand sculpted. This is not like 3D, you know, whatever, you know, like what we could do. This, the original was what was done by hand. So from the original one to the one that was sculpted by hand, it's a sort of thing, you just go in the warehouse and you're like, oh my god, this is happening, I've got goosebumps. So here we go. each bedroom also has a magical bedtime ritual. So I'm just doing this so that you can have an idea of what the bedroom really looks like at night. Can I have a lovely assistant? You're there, you're going to do it. Can you see? Yay! So, can you see this little magic wand on there?
Yeah.
Go for it. Bippity, boppity, boo. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It's about 4 years of our lives as an Imagineer. It's about 2 years of drawings and designs, and then 2 years of construction side. And it's very interesting, you know, like from the very first drawings, I was telling you about the Tangled Mirror, you know, a few minutes ago, but from the very first drawings to the construction, to the opening, then we're just reaching a stage, which kind of was last week, and even more today, where the hotel does not belong to us, and it becomes yours to enjoy, and the guests to enjoy, and also the cast members that live in it. And it's very special when I see that you guys all have like smiles on your faces. It truly is special. So thank you so much for being here today. It was really, really a pleasure to see you all and share a little bit of my craziness with you.